Hey there everyone, this is KT, back with more Pokemon Colosseum. Last time we stopped right before a major boss. I prepared my team. We're going to be using a Noctowl. Noctowl is going to be helping us out with this encounter. It's a bit of a funny boss fight. I'd say it's the first boss of the game, really. I guess you could count certain Cipher encounters like the shadows that you have to fight when you leave Phenac. Maybe you could call that the boss, but that's sort of getting into semantics. I feel like this is distinctly the first boss of the game. Nope, you got anything to say? Nope. So this is Miror B. He's the one who kidnapped the little plusle we can see back there. There's a little note, too. Nope, not allowed in there. Can't get around the fight. Alright, let's do it. Nice. He's not following species clause. Miror B just uses whatever Pokemon he likes. So this fight's not exactly difficult, but it can be pretty lengthy. It can go on quite a while because some of these Ludicolo have Rain Dish, and they all have Rain Dance. Every single one of them will do what they can to set up the rain. And another problem is that they all have decent special defense. So unfortunately, if you were running Espeon, you would have to do the special attack, or the, the X item thing. You'd need to do that to set up, to hopefully two-shot. But yeah, these guys are pretty bulky. Nice, getting C Noctowl instantly realize he's not supposed to be standing in the air, he's supposed to be flying. You're gonna get hit, and you're gonna be in yellow health for sure. So maybe we just secret power you. I'm so glad these guys don't have Fake Out. That'd be so annoying to have a team of 4 Fake Out users. Did my secret power miss? It would appear it did. Well, this should take him out. Or hopefully get the confuse. Yeah, why is Umbreon not using a secret power? Is it like blocked in this room? That would be crazy. Or maybe it's... No, because it hasn't gone off. What the hell's happening? Have I found a glitch? Have I found a flaw in this 100-year-old game? I don't know what's going on with that. I've used this twice and Umbreon has disobeyed or just not used it. Maybe it's just blocked in this room. That would be really strange. I don't think Umbreon can disobey, though. I don't think that's like a mechanic in this game, because you can't really... No, because there's no badges, either. How would they ever decide it? Well, I did one test encounter for this fight, just because I know it's a long fight, and I want to make sure I have some kind of a strategy going in, and I did not use Umbreon until the second half. So it's very fascinating to learn that that move just doesn't go off. Yeah, wait a minute. Umbreon's just not using any moves. Is he scared of the rain? I don't understand. understand what's happening. Umbreon, you're going back on the, No. Something's going on. Something weird is happening. Do I need to call him? There's no graphic indicator. He's not too high level. This is so bizarre. He's not confused either. Okay, he's just decided feint attack is the only move he will accept. Oh, maybe I'm getting hit with Astonish. Oh, didn't think about that. Why Astonish looks so much like a water move, I don't understand. I thought I was getting hit with Waterfall, but it did so little that I should have caught on to the fact. I think I was getting hit by Astonish. Alright, false alarm. The game works. The game was not broken. I just couldn't tell. I was getting flinch hacks. So let's see if Secret Power actually does more. Which one did I target? I think I targeted top. Also, why did I go first when the rain is up? These guys both must have Rain Dish. So this fight can be pretty brutal if you are relying on Typhlosion or Quilava as your big damage dealer. Also, if you're using a water type starter, he's not going to help you out too much with this fight, being super resisted. Jumpluff wasn't doing so good with Mega Drain. It was doing just peanuts to these guys. And there we have a shadow right at the end. It's a little bit cheesy to just introduce a shadow at the end of a boss fight that could really wear the player down, but I guess that's part of the fun, is that not all shadows are going to be easy to catch. And I don't assume Wudo has a good catch rate. He's probably going to be tough. Let's get the Ludicolo out of the way. I don't want him to keep setting rain and making the fight take longer. Oh, barely lived. Nice. And that was a rock slide, too. Yeah, Noctowl's an MVP for this fight. He's really good. Because he gets to skip turns, which is very good for wearing out the rain. And he has Hypnosis, which is really nice for when the shadow shows up. Unless you miss. I take it all back. Noctowl sucks. He's the worst party member to use in this fight. Okay, this shouldn't do a whole lot. He should be pretty easy to try catching. Let's reflect, may as well. Very nice. And that's Miror B. He's a Cipher Admin, which really just means he's a boss from Cipher. This game doesn't have badges, doesn't have a Pokemon League, so they had to figure out a different way to have more important encounters. Alright, we have to be extra careful here. We get an item. That is TM49. I believe that is Snatch. We gotta be very careful not to step on the light. Because if we do, it'll activate a cutscene and I'll have to come back for this item. Which is this. Unless there's something else? Nope, nothing else. So that is the Macho Brace, which is going to be very important for this next section of the game. I probably should equip that to someone so I don't lose track of where it is. You're holding Mystic Water. Let's give it to Jumpluff. He's already so fast. Wearing him down a little will be fine. There we go. We step on here. We've saved the Plusle, the most important Pokemon in the game. He's the only non-Shadow you can recruit. Which, personally, I feel like it's a little bit of a missed opportunity to have the daycare in this game, but the daycare doesn't give you an egg. And the daycare is weird, because it's like the Kanto Gen 1 daycare, where it only holds one Pokemon, so you can't even make eggs. Nice, he's activating something for our PDA system, which I haven't talked about this yet. This is like our Pokenav equivalent in this game. It shows this, which is the Pokemon that we've snagged. When they're purified, they'll no longer have this little border. We have here, which is our emails, and here's the most important part. So you can change your ringtone. Jeez, that one's insane. This is the one I like the most, is number 2. And later on, we're going to get an upgrade to this, where it shows us this, like, it's essentially a Pokedex. It looks more like the trophy thing from Smash Brothers, but it has a 3D model view where you can rotate the Pokemon around. Did I get healed? I did. Chat with this fortune-telling gal before we leave. He tells us something about Rui. Rui has to visit her grandparents, which is where we're going next. So this is Agate Village. This is Rui's hometown. There's a lot of important things here. We're going to start by just collecting all the items. This area, I don't really know much of the story significance of why Celebi rests here, why the Celebi purification pillar is here specifically. But this is where we can purify shadows. There's also a store which sells vitamins, which is very cool. Though it's so hard to get money in this game. I can't imagine like properly EV training like you do in the cartridge games. It is so much easier to EV train in like Ruby. So it is cool you have the option. I think it is a bit of a missed opportunity to not have eggs at the daycare. There we go. I believe that was the Quick Claw. That might have been the experience share. It's very fun to get Rui stuck on the geometry. Nice. I'm pretty sure that was a Carbos. I think we're just missing the experience share, which is right down there. Oh, right. Okay, we'll do a little shopping excursion real quick. Oh, we need the cologne case. Okay. Well, we'll worry about colognes later. I've sold off most of the items I don't really want. I will hold on to the Quick Claw for now, but I can't really see myself using it. We'll go shuffle our... No, this is the wrong way. It is a little weird that the only Pokemon Center in the whole in this game that has a lower floor for you to trade is the one in Phoenix. I wonder what the why is that the way it is? We got a nice picture of Torchic. I wonder what the rationale for not having that at every center. We'll deposit this. I found out this is a silk scarf, which we don't really have a strong normal user at this point, so we'll just deposit that. And Mystic Water, I'll be coming back for that once our Remoraid is all jacked and ready to fight. He can be equipped with the we gotta put somebody in the daycare. So it's the same as mainline. Every step you take, but obviously it's a little bit weird to get like what counts as a step when it's a 3D game. So Slugma is thankfully purified. Who's gonna take a super long time? Yeah, I'm thinking you. I'm thinking you're gonna be stuck in the daycare for the rest of the game. Ferret, we don't really need in the party. Though we do have a fight coming up where we're gonna want more Pokemon that can fight. There, that looks good. Who else is purified? You're ready to go. So it may not seem like it. It may seem that we're just at another town, but the game has actually opened up for us quite a lot. Having access to this town and being able to purify Pokemon and put Pokemon in the daycare, and we can buy vitamins, and there's a lot of stuff that... Oh, we can nickname Pokemon too. There's the name guy over there. He will be taking care of this lovely Mantine. Yep. Okay, so I think we go talk to Rui's grandfather first. It's an emergency. It's really important. We need to leave. Wow, your run animation looks a little weird. Can we go upstairs? No, no hidden stuff. You can rest? Whoa, I didn't know that. That's neat. This section down here that I skipped earlier, this is where we're supposed to go. This is towards the sacred Celebi pillar. don't remember if any of these guys have shadows. I seriously hope they don't. Right, we've unlocked our last, we have Aurora Beam now. That doesn't really help us in this fight, but that's pretty cool. We have access to all of our moves on Remoraid. I think actually we're going to target Spiel, because both our party members can hit him. Please don't die. Remoraid, you're killing me. I know you're going to be good once you can do damage and survive more than a turn. Why does that do so much? What on earth's move is that? It looks like he's hitting me with Secret Power or Swift or just some weak physical move. Oh, you don't have another party member. That's kind of good. That helps out a little bit. Unfortunately, you resist this, but it's also Carvana who has no bulk. We can KO him with not very effective moves. Or we just get the free crit. His animations are awesome in this game. I wish you got access to a Carvana for your team. That'd be fun. I've been thinking a little bit about that save file editor. I wonder how like buggy, or if anyone has experimented just injecting Pokemon you're not supposed to have as soon as you're able to save the game. I wonder what how the game responds, or whether it even acknowledges it. Whether you could play this game with like a Charmander and a Pikachu as your team instead of Umbreon and Espeon. It is quite nice getting to hear the Cipher battle song. It's probably my favorite of the battle themes in this game. So this is good. Now that we have Aurora Beam, we can actually do a lot of damage to that Cacnea. Or should we target Shroomish, actually? Maybe we'll target Shroomish. I think Shroomish is probably a little weaker. We're also the fastest on the field, despite being 10 levels lower than everything else. That was pretty unimpressive. You picked the worst target to absorb. Awesome. You're gonna go for growth? Yep. Cacnea is always playing the long game. He's always going for a big setup. Oh, you're kidding. Again? This is very annoying getting one-shotted each time. prayers, Shroomish. You're out of here now. Yep. Okay, we'll run back one more time. You guys think Remoraid knows he's the weakest party member? It's hard to blame him. I don't think it's his fault that he's 10 levels lower than he's supposed to be. I think it's one of the programmers made an error. Can we survive one turn? We can double up into Baltoy. You traced Hustle, which is very funny. Yeah, we can double up into Baltoy. We have a pretty high chance of killing it. And of course, Baltoy goes first. With whatever that move that is. Confusion or something? Ralts has Calm Mind. Awesome. Okay, not incredible damage, but we have a much larger hit right now. Okay, that's not bad. Let's go for another one. Yeah, that did way less this time. No, dude. Please, Remoraid. Okay, so I normally hate doing this in Pokemon, but I'm actually going to give him a revive just to get a little bit of experience. Even though Shadows don't gain experience, he's going to get his experience pretty soon. And I just missed it on Baltoy, never mind. So you have Synchro. I know that you have Synchro because it didn't announce for Trace. So we will put you to sleep and we will happily Shadow Ball the Curlia. It's also a level 35 Ralts, I just realized. That's so strange. I know that from this point on, we're going to be seeing a lot less not fully evolved Pokemon, or like lowest stage. We're going to start seeing middle stage and up from this point, or very soon. Man, that did not go well. Remoraid's hit ratio is not very high. He has died more than he's gotten KOs. But once that shadow gauge is taken care of, buddy, please, I am begging you, just survive one fight. Just one fight is all I ask. I've seen people shiny hunt this shadow, and it's a pretty brutal reset. And what's really interesting is that Hitmontop, so the way shadows are generated, right, is like, let's just say that this Hitmontop right now, he's quiet, he has a 0 in every stat, and his TID is actually a match to the trainer that threw him out. So he technically would be shiny, but he was thrown out for the first time here. When a Pokemon gets thrown out for the first time, their TID, it just doesn't matter. They will never be shiny. However, if you lose to a shadow and rematch that trainer, it gets checked again. So he could become shiny on the rematch. And what's interesting is that right here, Hitmontop has been generated, and then we get to fight him. So hypothetically, he could be shiny for the trainer here, and of course I get to roll the third time when the player catches it. I think there's far more educational videos out there regarding shiny hunting in Colosseum. But yeah, if you're ever considering any target, you need to catch them the first time they're thrown out. Because once they're thrown out, they're essentially set. They're like decided what they're going to be, and every time you rematch them, they will never change. It'll always be the same quiet Hitmontop with a 0 in every stat. And that'll just be static forever. Okay, why not? Why not is not very threatening. We could just double into Geodude. Do we go before Geodude? We do. Awesome. So why not's move is just gonna miss. He's gonna go for counter or mirror coat, which does nothing for him. And there's the Hitmontop. Oh, that's annoying. He set up a safeguard. I was just thinking how my plan is to put this guy to sleep. Okay. Hitmontop's going to hit us with a Shadow Rush, and that's actually going to do decent damage. So I think we will do a Retreat with Remoraid and bring out... I don't want to get hit with a triple kick, though. We'll use Misdreavus. Oh, right, Shadow Tag. Oh, right. Oh, I love this game. I love Why Not. Right. There's rules to Pokemon. You can't just do what you like. Alright, well, since Remoraid's potentially on death's door, let's just try and chunk out some damage on Hitmontop. Yeah, no chance. 4 fights, he got KO'd from full every single time. It's a fast Hitmontop too. It went before our Skiploom. So I guess Skiploom is holding the Macho race. It does slow him down. Use counter. Nah, looks a lot like a mirror coat. No, let's aim for... Oh, no, this is tricky. How do I want to do this? I really want to put Hitmontop to sleep. I don't remember his last Pokemon. I know it's not very threatening. Yeah, we could debuff Hitmontop and then also Shadow Ball it. No, we're getting wiped. We're losing here. It's all over. Turns out Why Not and Geodude is a really strong lead. Well, now we threaten Why Not pretty hard. Both of our Pokemon are super effective, so we can take out the little menace. Beautiful. Umbreon, you're the best. I'm so glad that you're my main Pokemon in this playthrough. What's that? Oh yeah, Clamperl. That's just pathetic. That is... Oh, it's because it's triple kick. But even then, it should be super effective. That's not very strong. I would have expected a lot more. Just to get him off screen. Because giving the opponent 2 turns is just not a good idea. I really hope I do not KO this. Please don't. Please no. Another triple kick. I should live. Okay, perfect. safeguard is over, we can heal up our Umbreon. Actually, do we even need to? Well, we have no, like, better use for this turn, really. Let's burn through our supers. Wow, that was surprising. I thought him on top was going to be a struggle. That Pokemon is normally, I don't know what his catch rate is, but it's not friendly. It is not an easy Pokemon to just toss a ball and hope for the best. So now we're back here. We gotta listen to him ramble for a moment. Incredible animation. Yep, couldn't have said it better, Pikachu. So this part's weird. I don't remember like what the text is saying, but yeah, we just need to go talk to his like pal down here. Yeah, you. There we go. And now the old man moves to a different position in the house, and he will allow us to purify Pokemon. Oh no, hang on. I believe that was a Master Ball. I will double check once I'm actionable. Once I can move, there we go. What did we pick up? This is easier because it's... No, it's not a Master Ball. What did we get? Oh, is it a key item? Yeah, it's a key item that lets us use the pillar. Oh, yeah, awesome. You know, I don't normally read emails just like publicly like this. It's a little weird. You guys need to see what my email said. I think that's an invite for the Real Gem Tower, the next dungeon part of the game. I think we go to the Under next. Yeah, I didn't check on the champ here. No, he's not ready to be purified. Jumpluff is, though. Let's, I know what we're gonna do. I got an idea. We're gonna go purify our actual champ, our best party member at this point, and we'll call it there. I know this episode's a little bit shorter, and there's gonna be a lot more, like, behind-the-scenes stuff I have to do now that the game is set up. It's really easy to purify shadows. So, whoops. Gotta get the file. That's way more important. Alright. the evolution screen in Colosseum is a little bit weird. There we go. We got a jump off. Look at that speed stat. Man. So I will be doing some EV training and setting my team up off screen. I'm gonna try and not go over 40. If we could keep the crew all at like 38, 39, that would be perfect. So there will be a bit of a playtime discrepancy between this and the next episode, but I hope you guys join me then. Thanks for watching.